I want to know what your biggest challenges were with getting into the political scene.
Biggest thing, I think. So for my race, right, I had 8 other Democrats. Some of them were elected or had some sort of political office beforehand. And I was the youngest candidate running, the one who didn't have any elected experience. And people, I think, in politics at first would be like, well, why would we believe in you, right? You have no conventional experience, right? But I think you probably share this experience as either a Gen Z or millennial, whoever out there in this period, the paradox, right? The job paradox, where it's like,
oh, God.
every entry level job requires 3 to 5 years experience, right? And you're like, well, how do I get that, right? Same thing. That's how I describe it to young people. It's like the same thing in politics, where people are like, no matter how qualified or educated or how passionate you are about the job, right? People still are like, well, where's your tons of references and where's your 5 years experience? And I think by doing it our way, which was really grassroots, really getting out there to talk to people and showing people I really knew my stuff about the policy issues, because I actually worked in the state assembly and the state senate with a policy background, that I could talk about these issues really, really well in depth and very intellectually, that people started to come around. But definitely there's that initial bias, right, against my age and everything. And it doesn't help that I have an Asian face, so I will look this way until I'm 52. Yeah, I joke with people, but I joke with people, it's serious though. I have people who are like, are you 17? Are you in high school still? I'm like, no. I wish I was 17, sometimes. But it helps. I think it helps, right? Right.
Same exact.
Right. But people are gonna be like that to us for a long time. And I worked for candidates who were, almost like twice my age. And if they had young faces, people still had that kind of young bias where they're like, oh, you're not experienced or whatever. And for me, it was more like a challenge to overcome, right? Constantly. But our philosophy was always to turn every traditional liability into a strength. So my age, we flipped it into I have a lot of experience for the time. I compressed it all, right? And I also, because I'm not an elected official, if you are angry about anything that exists in our community, well, frankly, it wasn't my fault. So that's an easy one. That's easy. So I was like, well, you're angry about Milpitas? Well, truthfully, I didn't have anything to do with it.